Our guests for today, oh, I must say, are nothing shy of extraordinary. Please welcome me, a beautiful princess and her king, who will be joining me here on the set today to make green eggs and ham in more than one way. Green eggs and ham with Sam I am. I cannot contain my excitement anymore. Guess I'll just wait until they come through the door. Is it true? Could they be here? This might be the best day of the year.
Did someone say green eggs and ham? Because you're in luck. Sam I am. I brought with me this little girl named Sophia.
Hello, I'm his daughter. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for having us as guests on your show. We cannot wait to share with you all that we know. From cooking to eating and cleaning too. There's not much in the kitchen this duo can't do.
Thing number one and thing number two, I am so happy to have you.
We're ready to roll up these sleeves and begin to cook. Making a mess in the kitchen is definitely our look.
Well, let's not waste any more time rhyming. Let's get this show started. What perfect timing. So I've never really made this at home. This is not something I do. Is it something you guys do?
No.
No. No, absolutely.
Regular red ham.
Regular red ham. And how about eggs? Do you like eggs? Yes? Okay.
No.
No?
No.
No? No eggs.
I like my eggs a good over medium, not over easy, not too burnt. There's sort of a happy medium for me if you could handle that.
So when you go to a diner, can you give me the look?
I say I'm going to need that over medium.
And the face expression in response.
They usually love me. It's something about the charm I bring.
Charm.
Yeah.
Try the eggs. So you're going to have to help me make his eggs as he likes them, because I'm not sure I'm that good at the eggs. But look at the spatula, eggs and bacon. We don't have bacon today, but we have ham. So I'm just going in with a little bit of olive oil just to get the pan going. When you make green eggs and ham the Dr. Seuss way, you actually use green food dye. So would you mind passing me that appetizing plate of ham over there?
This looks just outstanding.
Doesn't it?
I don't know if you got a good shot on that. Really good looking stuff.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, this is like, to just smell the beauty coming from that dish. It smells like nothing I know. So in that dish, we have just added some water and some green food dye and a slab of ham, breakfast ham. Or you could go to the deli counter and say, can I have a piece of ham, just maybe cut a little bit thick? You could use that. But yeah, the colors just infiltrate the meat so wonderfully. It's appetizing.
We have food coloring at our house, but we usually save it for our science experiments.
Okay.
In the science kit downstairs.
This is kind of like a science experiment, except we're going to eat it. You want to soak it for about 30 minutes, and then you take it out, pat it with a paper towel, and it comes out looking like this. Now, if you want to make it really green, you could let it soak overnight. It'll really turn up beautiful, beautiful green color.
Okay.
It's really appetizing.
Nice.
Good
Now,
for like a fancy dinner party.
Will this be on our teeth for the rest of the day?
I'm not quite sure about that. We can always test it out.
Okay.
See how your teeth are looking.
Cool.
We'll check them out. Check your chompers midway through. So the pan's warming. So what you're going to do, the key with this is you have to separate the white from the yolk, okay? So give it a little crack on the side of the plate. And I always, when I'm cooking with eggs, I always crack the eggs separate from the dish I'm actually going to put it in, just in case any shells tend to fall in there. You pull it open, all right? And you're going to rock-a-bye baby yolk into the other shell. So you just separate the yolk from the white. And then you're going to put this, you're usually going to put it in a separate dish. I'm just going to get a little weird right here. I'm going to put it right in there because we don't have any other green food dye. This particular recipe, you want to separate the white from the yolk, and you'll have that in a little dish. And then what you want to do is you want to put the yolk, you want to soak that in the green water. It's really important you go in with a decent-sized spoon. Again, we're not going to use this. You want to use a separate container with the green, but that essentially is what you'll do. And you'll go in with a spoon. Start with the white first. Oh, wait. We're going to pop this in there first, so you can just be careful because this is hot. Go ahead, you can pour that one in there. And just be careful because the pan is hot, okay? I'm just putting a little bit of oil in the pan for the ham just so it doesn't stick. Good girl. There we go. And it's already cooking. Now, if you could take that egg yolk and carefully just right in the center, coming down from the top.
touching the burning hot
Yeah.
pan.
I don't know if I have any Band-Aids on the set.
Oh.
All right, look, it's slid a little bit, but it's beautiful. So what you can do is just give your pan a little tilt to place the egg yolk where you want it. And the green food dye really just touched the outside of the egg. You could also, if you wanted to, you could mix the egg yolk if you don't like sunny side eggs. If you're really particular about your eggs like this guy, you could always mix the yolk first with green food dye and then pour it in the center. I've done that too, because sometimes I don't like a runny yolk. So we're going to let that, how about, do you take salt and pepper on your?
I do like a little bit of spice.
Okay, how about you hand that to Miss Sophia over here? She can give
This
us
is
a little.
fancy, I noticed.
Yes, it's my salt and pepper.
Want some salt?
I love my little.
some pepper?
Isn't it fun to play with? You would never cook. You just
What do you
salt
want? A little
and pepper.
pinch? A little pinch?
Pinch of salt, pinch of pepper,
A little pinch.
and I'm going to put this ham in here. Start cooking the ham. All right. So now with sunny side up eggs, like I said, I don't usually make green eggs and ham, but with sunny side up eggs, you really don't ever flip it. You just leave it like this and let the top cook.
Right.
So if you don't really necessarily like the whole idea of not flipping it and getting it cooked, another way you could do it, so helpful, you could just lid it, and then what it'll do is it'll kind of keep the steam inside the pan. This is a little bit big for the pan, but it'll help cook it. So
Tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the trade. So it's a matter of preference. Someone say you cannot lid the pan for a sunny side up egg. Sam, I am. But today we are. All right. Now ham is already pre-cooked, so you don't really have to worry about cooking it, but I'm not sure if that's mold or food dye. So I'm just kidding. It's definitely food dye.
Breakfast, certainly important meal. Is that correct?
It certainly is an important meal.
Yeah, I think I blow that usually on a daily basis. I just kind of drink a cup of coffee to get me going.
So are you misinformed in that the beans are not a food group?
I guess
the
maybe
beans
I
in which
am.
coffee is extracted
Yep.
from. Yeah, that's not food.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely eat breakfast. Although, talk about conflicting research, coffee has actually been, some studies show that coffee actually has a lot of antioxidant power and is healthy.
There you go.
It's moderation.
Wawa coffee in particular, little plug.
Oh, check that out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's specifically the Wawa bean that's grown in the Wawa facility.
Yeah.
But it's a bean, a coffee
Cool.
bean. But it's not a food group, so you probably should have breakfast. Do you like breakfast?
Yeah.
What's your favorite breakfast?
I like
I'm probably
pancakes.
overcooking this baby now. You know what I do for my daughter sometimes? I make confetti pancakes. You make confetti pancakes?
Well, there's confetti pancakes at school.
I'm still here, by the way. I'm here. Okay?
There's confetti pancakes at school that they sell.
Look how pretty
Look
that
at
egg
that.
is.
And you did that.
Look at that. We'll do one more and just let that saute for one more second while the ham finishes. Go ahead, though. You have confetti pancakes at school.
The confetti pancakes are really good. I love confetti pancakes.
So let me tell you the trick. If you ever want to make confetti pancakes, weekend only, because you can't do it during all the day, because it's all the days of the week. It's a little sugary. Sprinkles. Just mix them in your pancake batter.
And we like some sprinkles in our house, I can assure you of that.
Yes. Do you have this book, Green Eggs and Ham?
Yep.
Do you know any of the lines from it? Like you can eat it with...
A fox.
And in a box.
Oh, there you go.
Eating on a boat.
With a...
Goat.
There you go.
Yeah, very well,
Look
very
at that. You can eat them here. You can eat them
Anywhere.
anywhere. All right, how about, Sam, can you reach in front of, in this store, there should be some tasting plates in there. Now, I like a little bit more of a sear on my ham, so we'll start with the eggs. I'm going to put this right here, okay? Woo, goodness.
Look at that thing.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Look at how pretty
Actually
that
delicious.
is.
Thank you, Chef Cat in the Hat.
Chef Cat in the Hat. All right. How about I try a little bit of yours with the yolk cooked. Do you like green eggs and ham, Sam, I am? Oh, tastes like a regular egg.
Why I do like green eggs, I am. That doesn't even make sense.
Green eggs and ham with Sam, I am.
Yeah.
You can eat them here. You can eat them there.
We could eat them at
Everywhere.
the set of the Red Clay Food Show.
All right, let me try this one. Can I have a little, is it okay if I take a little bit of your yolk? Now the yolk is it's actually a little bit overcooked. So if you like them runny, a lot of people really do prefer to have their yolks runny. You
I
could
like
cook
it
like
as,
that.
I like a mix. I like a little bit of runny and a little bit of solid. That's thus the over medium.
So is it still, like when you cut it, does the yolk still?
Just a little. Just a little.
Okay.
It's a fine line.
It is.
It's a fine
I
line.
feel sorry for the person that makes your eggs.
This is just outstanding. Better than expected, I gotta be perfectly honest with you.
So you can see the ham. Again, you don't have to cook the ham. I like a good sear on it. Everyone's preference on ham is different. Now, if you soak it overnight, it really will turn almost green throughout the inside. But I think that's nice. It almost looks like a green crust.
Absolutely.
Good.
I think one of the things too, like it.
Nice. Well, we are going to finish up some of this green eggs and ham, treat our body to some green food dye. When we return, we are going to prepare a healthier version of green eggs and ham by using something other than food dye to turn the eggs green. Stay tuned for some more excellent recipes. Did you see what I did there? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
It's quiz time! Foods high in which of the following have a greater effect on raising blood, LDL, bad cholesterol levels? A. Polyunsaturated fats. B. Cholesterol. C. Saturated fat. D. Trans fat. Or E. C and D. If you selected E, you are correctamundo. Cholesterol found naturally in food has little to no impact on raising our blood cholesterol levels. However, foods high in saturated fat and trans fat do. This is great news because many foods naturally high in cholesterol are among some of the most nutritious foods, such as shellfish, sardines, egg yolk, and more. So eat up, nutritiously that is.
We're back with this set with Sam I Am and Sophia I Wanna Be Ya. And we are gonna make green eggs and ham, but without turning the eggs and ham so appetizingly green with this beautiful food dye, which is conflicting evidence if it's healthy or not, and take the fun out of stuff. But we are going to get rid of that.
A little more au naturel.
All natural, spinache.
Yes.
We're gonna use this to dye the eggs. So pretty fun, right? And this really is gonna poke your adventurous side when it comes to trying new things.
Yeah, well,
you feel about that?
hey, let's talk a little theme here. Let's talk about the theme of the whole book, Green Eggs and Ham, which is really all about trying new things. There have been plenty of times in Sophia's house where there have been things put on the table where she's like, ooh, I'm not eating that, forget it. And one of our favorite things to say is, try it, you might
Like it.
correct.
Like it.
And half the time it works.
It does.
Or so.
Or so. There's actually a book, and I actually talk about this book a lot at home. It's called The 2-Bite Rule. So you should always give something 2 bites before you say you don't like it.
Oh, wow.
Because I love I don't like that. I'm like, you haven't even tried it yet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you gotta give it a shot.
So Sam I Am was very
a shot.
persistent in the green eggs and ham.
He was. Who knew?
I'm gonna be very persistent if you give me a look at my green eggs and ham the healthy way. So I'm taking a little small handheld blender. You can get these anywhere, but I'm gonna go in with 1 egg just because the pan's a little bit smaller. We're just gonna make a 1 egg omelet. And I have some spinach in there instead of food dye. Whoop, crack the egg right in there.
Ooh.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do 2 eggs just because I wanna make sure it gets a good blend.
Check it
Because
out.
sometimes if you have too little of eggs in there, it doesn't always blend as nicely. All right, so you go put the lid on. Watch the magic of the blender. Ready? You wanna press it down? Let me give it one little shake. Okay, let me do one thing. If you could shake, 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 shake. All right. They're gonna be little fluffy eggs. We're gonna do one more time, just to make sure it's all the way blended through. Spinach and eggs. Spinach and eggs are a very common combo when it comes to omelets and stuff, right?
Sure.
I'm gonna go in. You can use cooking spray if you like. I just always prefer to use the oil, and I'm just gonna slightly coat the pan. But as we were talking earlier, we didn't go into too much depth, but eggs really are so healthy for you. You want to pour them in for me? Okay. And they've got a little, ooh, that's okay. Look at that.
Making a mess.
That's okay. You guys actually did warn me in the beginning that making a mess in the kitchen is kind of your thing.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Too.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Right.
If you leave the kitchen and it's not messy, it's like, did I really do anything today?
Right.
So with eggs, they actually they have a really good satiety factor, meaning they really keep you feeling full longer.
Yeah.
We talked earlier about how the myth buster of the cholesterol, it's actually not the cholesterol you eat that so much affects your blood cholesterol levels and causes heart problems. It's the saturated fat and the trans fat. We're gonna let these eggs cook. How about you guys? I'm just going all green today. This is a very refreshing smoothie. It's more like a juice rather than some people think smoothies, they think yogurt and they think fruits.
Right.
There is fruit, but not as much. So if you guys could go in, how about you go in with a little bit of the pineapple first, maybe about, let's do 5 cubes of pineapple. We have fresh pineapple today. Pineapple is very, again, nutrient dense, but it actually packs something called bromelain, which is really good for breaking down your food and aiding with digestion. So that's really popular in pineapple. And how about you go in with some cucumbers?
About 5 of those?
5 of those sounds good. There's really no recipe for this. It's really your preference. You just want to make sure your ratio of liquid to veggies is good so you don't, it comes across.
5?
Yep.
5 looks good. And with the kale, go in with a good sized handful of the kale.
2.
A handful of kale. Go in there, girl.
Okay.
Okay. So next, I'm going to have you go in with a little bit of pineapple juice, and you could use water if you're trying to save, the extra calories from the pineapple juice. And cucumbers are really refreshing, but they also keep you hydrated, and they can actually prevent dehydration. And then kale, everybody knows about the amazing benefits of kale. It is what they call nature's superfood, high in vitamin K, which is good for your bone health, cancer-fighting antioxidants, they help with blood clotting, and so much more. So what do you think? Should we blend it? I think, you know what? Go ahead and give it a blend. And again, this is very refreshing. It's not like your typical smoothie where it might have the yogurt.
We're going high.
We're going to start with this.
Okay.
Okay, and then go ahead and turn that dial for me a little bit.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. And give me the nitro. Nitro blend. Look at that.
Whoa.
And it really will pulverize everything pretty well. I would go ahead and turn it off. And one thing I do add, especially on like a hot summer day when I'm doing this recipe, I would add ice cubes. We didn't have them here today, but you can add ice cubes and it will make it just really refreshing. And
Ice
cold.
cream.
Ice cream, yes. Minus the cream,
Right.
just the ice. This egg is starting to cook a little bit. And you can see the green egg. It's a little.
Look at the difference.
It's a little foamy because we went a little crazy with the shake, shake, shake. Shake the blender, but that's okay. So the egg is now green, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little omelet. I have ham. We didn't turn the ham green this time. You could if you wanted to. You could soak this in food dye just like we did earlier. Again, remember it's just food dye, green food dye and water. And you go ahead and just let it soak for as long as you like.
This is just outstanding over here.
Aren't you so excited?
It's hard for me to
You
describe.
can't even contain this excitement. Do you like this version of green eggs and ham, Sam? I am.
What do you think so?
I don't think I would like it.
You don't think you might be surprised.
But just like green eggs and ham, we're giving this thing a shot.
We are
We're
giving
giving
this
it
thing
a shot. There's no doubt.
So can I have you do one more favor for me? Just a small, I don't really necessarily want to add salt because ham already has a lot of salt. Just give me a pinch of pepper just to keep the salt down, just the pepper. So we went in with a little ham. I'm using mozzarella cheese. I love like a strong Italian cheese in my omelets. It's all a matter of preference, that pungency that the cheese gives. You could use cheddar, you could use whatever you want. American cheese, provolone. So we're gonna go ahead and fold this omelet in half.
Look at that.
Who's eating?
And that is the breakfast of champions. Let's try this smoothie.
Fancy straw for you.
Thank you. Okay, me and you have the polka dots. Can we cheers?
Cheers.
Cheers to green goodness. Let's try it. What do you think?
Not bad.
Right?
Not bad. You know why? The pineapple sweetens
The
it.
pineapple does sweeten it. So if you went with the pineapple juice, what do you think? Good, right?
It's really good. What do you
Your
think,
system
so?
right now,
It's great.
Yeah.
can you show me if your system had to say, if your body was showing you the excitement, it's thanking you for like having this healthy of a smoothie. Can you show me the dance your body would do?
Do a happy dance.
What you got? What's your happy dance? Do you got one? How about you? Do you have a happy dance?
I like the Cabbage Patch.
Oh, the Cabbage Patch.
You down with that? Or am I aging myself with the Cabbage
Then there's
Patch?
always the shopping cart. What's the shopping cart?
I don't know,
That's
that's
like
you.
the-
I don't know what
okay.
you're talking about.
Tons of dances, but your body is thanking you right now for
Yeah.
this delicious smoothie. Can you pass me tasting plates for all 3 of us? Don't drink all my smoothies, Soph, when I'm not looking.
All right. Well, so if you're on TV.
Sorry,
Cheers
I'll
to the airy omelet.
Omelet.
I'm
The
giving
dog
it
will
a
get
shot.
that. Where's that dog that's always in these books? How come he's not here? Oh my goodness. All right,
How
let's
is
see.
it? Bad? Terrible?
Not bad. Give it a shot. You're gonna like that. You'll like it.
Sam is such a sport. Spinach really doesn't add a lot of flavor to dishes, so try and get past the look of it. Maybe just shut your eyes when you're eating
give it a shot.
What do you think? This can is like...
It's egg and ham with all this, babe, and some cheese. Can't go wrong.
I can't believe I dropped that whole omelet.
Yeah.
Oh. The dog's name is Max, right? In the Grinch? Where is he? Where is he? Okay, well, what did you guys think about green eggs and ham? The healthy
You know
way.
what? The first segment of the show, I liked a little better than the second segment, but overall, that was just a ranking, though.
Yeah.
They were both ranked high. Segment 1 was ranked higher than segment 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the food dye.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
But
okay.
this drink is better than expected,
I
though.
know. It's surprising.
yeah.
The refreshingness of the cucumber, the kale, and the pineapple.
And you're right about the ice. Like, if it was colder, it would be even better.
Yes, it would be nice. So if you make this at home, add a few cubes of ice cubes to it. Not ice cream. You could get crazy with the ice cream, but I think ice cream.
That's a
will
whole
do
different
it.
type of thing now. Yeah.
What did you think overall before we sign off and finish the rest of the smoothie?
Well, I thought that the same thing that Sam and Ann thought.
Oh, segment 1, the green
You like
eggs
that
and
one
ham.
better?
That is very fun. So if you make that at home, remember green food dye water. Separate your whites from your yolks. Let the yolks soak overnight. Let the ham soak, and that green goodness just infiltrates the eggs and the ham with Sam I Am. We're gonna do some more bicep curls to work off the breakfast from the first series, and then we're gonna wash down the smoothie. And I think we are out of pages from this Dr. Seuss series. I hope we have inspired you to spend a few days in March with your nose in a book for National Read Across America Day, and your fork in some green eggs and ham, this way or the other way. And this month and every month, remember, you're not cooking in style unless you're cooking in
Family style.
Well, that was fun, but now I'm done with green colored food and also dressing up like Cat in the Hat. Now we are on to the Red Clay's Perfect 10, where we bring you recipes with 10 or less ingredients made in 10 or less minutes to help bring your family's nutrition choices to a perfect 10 outside of the school day. So let's take it back to the basics for breakfast. First, we will be prepping one of my all-time favorites, pumpkin oatmeal. This delicious breakfast warms you up while making your taste buds believe you're eating dessert for breakfast. But believe me, this is a nutritious and delicious breakfast that has a nutrition profile your body and your sweet tooth will thank you for. Next up, a quick quiche or frittata. Eggs are another staple in my kitchen for their amazing nutrition profile. I know I say it a lot. This quiche will make having eggs and veggies at breakfast a cinch. It is time to take it back to the basics with these perfect 10 breakfasts. So first up, we are going to start with a pumpkin oatmeal. There are 2 ways you can make this. You can make it the morning of, or if you know you're going to have a busy morning, you can always prep it the night before. So that's the method I'm going to show you today. So we're using a mason jar, so you can prep it in the mason jar, cook it in the mason jar, eat it in the mason jar. We have 1 cup of milk in here, and to this milk, I'm going to add a half a cup of oatmeal. And I'm just using the regular oats. The less processed the oats are, the better, the more nutrition you're gonna get. So when you get the really like 1-minute oats, they've been processed a little bit more, and I'm making a mess, as usual. They're more processed, so it kind of strips them of a lot of the nutrition. So the less processed the oats you can get, the better. So next I'm gonna go in with pumpkin. Pumpkin is so good for you. Well, that is when it's not actually inside of a pie crust. Pumpkin is loaded with a variety of vitamins and minerals, but most known for its extremely high vitamin A content. Just 1 can of pumpkin provides 240% of your daily vitamin A. Vitamin A is good for eye health, supports a healthy immune system, and it reduces the risk of many chronic diseases, especially cancer. Now, when it comes to pumpkin, you really do want to go with a pumpkin puree. Do not go with a pumpkin pie spice because that actually has added sugar. Now, many people know that oatmeal has been a long-standing contender for the heart-healthy food group. But what do you really know about why oatmeal is so healthy? Oats are high in antioxidants. Most notable is an antioxidant, ready for this? Avenanthramides. I totally messed that up. Yeah, say that 3 times. It is only found in oats and has been shown to help lower blood pressure, among other nutrients that are also helpful for heart health. Oatmeal is also a great source of dietary fiber, which helps lower cholesterol levels, stabilize blood sugars. But what else can fiber do for you, ask? It helps keep you full longer, Reason being, foods high in fiber absorb a lot of water, taking up space in your stomach, making you feel full for a longer period of time. So we are going to let these oats soak up all these flavors, which I'm going to add some more flavors right now. Next, I'm going in with a tablespoon of brown sugar. And this is a matter of preference. You could go heavier on the sugar. You could go lighter. You could use maple syrup, your preference. And then I'm using pumpkin spice powder. So this is already pre-mixed. So if you don't have this, you can use cinnamon, nutmeg, and those spices to bring a similar flavor. But that's just, it's quick and easy, right? So that is it. We whisk it, mix it together. And when you make this at home, you probably won't make this big of a mess, but pop the lid on, and this will go in the fridge overnight. And to show you what it looks like, we have one that has been in the refrigerator overnight, and it's already cooked in the microwave for about a minute and a half to 2 minutes, and depending on your microwave setting. Just gonna pop off this lid, and you can see how great that oatmeal looks. So you can top it with your preference. I have walnuts. You could do pecans for added flavor and nutrition. So I'm just going to top some of them on here. And you can see the milk, just like fiber would in your stomach, it soaks up all of that water and leaves you feeling full longer, which is why fiber is so important. I'm going to give this a quick try, stir it around. You can see how nice that looks. If I didn't have to make the next meal, I would just continue eating that. Pumpkin does not have to be seasonal like all the coffee shops lead you to believe with their pumpkin lattes. Canned pumpkin is a staple in my pantry, and it should be in yours. It's really good. We'll let that cool, and then I'm going to finish that. Up next, we are on the quick quiche. Eggs, I think, I've made it very clear in my past episodes that I am obsessed with eggs. And I think I've told you why. Eggs are the powerhouse. When it comes to nutrition, they are loaded with the highest quality protein and nutrients, especially in the egg yolk, and they're an inexpensive protein. So first I have a cup here. You just want a mug that you can place in the microwave. And I'm going to just quickly coat it with olive oil. So this is what I do at home, and I just coat it with olive oil. Again, you can use cooking spray. I make a mess. It's my thing. Next, you're going to go in with the eggs. So coating the cup is important, so you could use spray oil. Next, I'm going to go in with the egg. I'm going to crack the egg. I'm going to whisk the egg. And you can do that right in the cup if you want. That is perfectly fine as well. So pour the egg in the cup. Make sure it's a microwave-safe cup. I'm going to go in with 1 tablespoon of milk, some grape tomatoes, and you could use as many as you like. It's a matter of preference. I have some spinach that I have shredded. Going to go in with that. And I like spinach, so I'm loading it all up. And then I'm going to go in with some cheese. And then I'm going to tear up this piece of bread, which we have whole grain bread here. I'm going to tear this up, and this just really makes it a complete meal with all the protein and the grain. Mix it around. And it's going to look like it's not going to really do much in the microwave, but you'd be amazed at how much this egg really puffs up when it's in the microwave. So what is important on here is when you do put this in the microwave, that you cover it. Because if you don't cover it, it will explode and you will make a mess in your microwave. So we are going to pop this in the microwave for 1 minute, and you will see this transform beautifully in just 60 seconds. So we're going to put this aside because I have another one already made. And you can see the eggs in there. They look great. They puffed up nicely. You could top this with some fresh herbs for added freshness, or eat as is. And I'm going to go ahead and try this quiche. Wow. Everything is cooked perfectly in just 1 minute. And I encourage you to get creative with this. Try adding leftover veggies you might have from dinner the night before. Maybe broccoli, asparagus, mushrooms, really whatever fits your fancy. So there's no more excuses for not having time to have a healthy breakfast before you run out the door. Because you could make these recipes to eat there. You can make them to eat anywhere. You could make them on a boat. You could even eat them with a goat. And there you have it. 2 breakfast options packed with flavor and nutrition. Brought to you in perfect 10 style.
Did you enjoy this episode? Make sure to check out past episodes by going to the EdTV website, watchedtvnow.com, or visit YouTube and search for The Red Clay Cook-Off Family Style. Your taste buds will be glad you did.